Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NFL video. Today is just going to be for the Monday video, but we will recap the weekend. I'm filming this right after the Monday game has been played, and so we're just going to jump right into it, and then that way I have all day tomorrow to start researching for week 3. All right, let's jump into that. All right, so first of all, let's go over like the game bets, sides, totals, and spreads. We ended up a little less than 1 unit down, which is we ended up about half a unit down last week. So we're down almost 1.5 units now. I realized I didn't make any plus money bets other than the money line parlay, which Seattle can't freaking win a game at home. I don't know what I just said, but the Steelers can't win a freaking game at home. Anyway, that would have been a really nice parlay to cash. We probably should have just done the 49ers with the Rams, although the 49ers were looking a little scary there for a second as well. We did not do a teaser this week, which we did hit our teaser last week. So, unfortunately, I'll try and keep that in mind. And then we took a really bad long shot on the Carolina Panthers to win that game. Now, they did almost come back at the end, but they were looking pretty miserable the whole time. So Seattle screwed us twice in 2 of those bets. And then we ran with Carolina and the Browns, 2 of the worst teams in the league. So I'll probably revise that and maybe not do that next time. But all in all, I mean, we're down only less than 1 unit on the game bet, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. I do manage my bankroll really, really well on game bets because I'm not used to playing them. I'm in a state where I'm not allowed to bet on these, so I do have to go out of state to make these bets. And so I do manage my bankroll very, very carefully, and I choose my spots very, well, obviously not carefully enough, but this way I can't get too far down in these. All right, on touchdowns, we ended up just slightly up, which is great, since we dug ourselves a little bit of a touchdown hole last week. But touchdowns are just fun, so I just love to play touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor did get his. I was a little worried about that because he did not have one. Daniel Jones vultured a touchdown from him. Bijan got vultured by Tyler Algier, so that was kind of rough. They took Bijan off the field. They ran Algier for a couple of plays. It's actually pretty clear that they want him to be the short yardage back. So if they only need 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, it's going to be Algier. So that kind of sucks for us. RJ Harvey did not get one, and I don't know, we might have to stop betting on him, but his odds better go through the roof because they are not using him at all. And then we still have 2 for the Monday games left to play. Well, 3 technically, but Nico Collins, Lad McConkey, and then Omari and Hampton in the moneyline parlay, or in the touchdown parlay. Kyron Williams got vultured by Blake Corum. They were on the 1 yard line 3 times in this game, and Kyron did not get a touchdown. So he didn't even get a shot at it. He did have 1 7-yard run that got him to the 1 yard line. Then they threw it to Devontae Adams. So whatever, it is what it is. We did get our touchdown parlay with A-Chain and McCaffrey, and then our long shot touchdown for Kyron to get the first TD obviously did not hit because Puka got that one. All right, player props. We are about 50-50 so far. I have not added these into the total, like the stats on the side of the screen. I haven't not added these into that yet, although I should have because the game's over and JJ McCarthy did hit. We went exactly 50% on the player props, which that's not great, guys. We need to be at least 55% and then, getting closer to 60%. That would be considered, a decent hit rate. 50% is not good. It's not that bad. It could obviously be worse. I am not going to be one of those people that comes on here and just gives you like 1 pick or 2 picks because I don't want it to hurt my stats. I don't care about that. I'm just going to give you every single play that I think is playable, and hopefully they turn out well. Typically, I am pretty good at this. I have not been so far, just right around 500, so I need to bring that up. I'll get a little bit more creative, apparently. And then our bonus bet did not hit. I just had the 1. Our leans, I did not have any this week, but our leans have been doing really well, 67%, which is fantastic. But those were early leans that I made in the summer. So I didn't have any leans for this schedule, but I do have one for you today. And then the game totals, spreads, all of those leans. Like I didn't bet all of these, but I'm just picking them so that you can see how good I am at picking these or how bad. So the money lines were now up to 18 and 12, 60%. That's pretty good. Spreads 15 and 15, so that's 50%. Not great. Obviously, I told you we want to be at that 54, 55% mark at least. And then the game totals, which I actually had a really good week for game totals, but I had a bad week last week, so we're at 40% on the game totals. All right, jumping into Monday's games. So we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Houston. And I am leaning towards the Buccaneers on this one. So on the money line, on the spread, and over the total. I already gave out 3 props for this. So I gave out a Nico Collins touchdown plus money, CJ Stroud over 226.5 passing, and CJ Stroud over 63.2 completion percentage. And then what I have for you now is a new lean in this game. Bucky Irving over 2.5 receptions. Why is this a lean? So let me explain what my leans are. Leans could be anything. So it could be because it's risky, or it could be because it's not a full payout. In this case, it's just not a full payout, so I don't count it towards my best bets. The best bets record is only regular payout lines. So that's why this is a lean, but I love it. He's over 83% of the time without Chris Godwin in away games. And Rachaad White only had 1 target last week. Irving had 4. He was on the field for 75% of the snaps. So I just think that Rachaad White's role is completely being phased out, which is not what I thought last week or the week before the season started. But that is evidently the case. So I'm going to target Bucky Irving to just get a couple of receptions a game, especially if they're trailing. I like the Buccaneers here to be winning the game, but that is not favored. So perhaps they are a little bit in a trailing game script. Either way, I think he catches a couple balls every single game from here on out. All right. The Raiders the Chargers are going to the Raiders here. Chargers are the favorite. We did lean towards the Chargers. So Chargers on the money line, Chargers on the spread, and the over 46.5. I think they could surprise us, though. The Raiders could surprise us. Ashton Genty, these are bets I already gave out. Ashton Genty under 17.5 rush attempts, Ladd McConkey for a touchdown at plus money, Geno Smith over 7.5 rushing yards, and Omarion Hampton in a touchdown parlay, which we already lost. And then the new bet that I have for you is a bonus bet. Bonus bets, if you don't remember or haven't seen the other videos, are plus money. This has gone down, so you're not getting great plus money on this anymore. Excuse me. I was getting almost close to 2x when I took this, but I don't think you can get that anymore. He did have double-digit targets last week, and I expect that the Raiders are going to have to throw again on these Chargers, who are built to stop the run, and they just made Patrick Mahomes throw all over them in week 1. So I really like Jacoby Myers here to get over 5.5 receptions again. He had 8 last week, and he has not had a good matchup against the Chargers in general for this. But his quarterbacks have been different every single year. So, all right. So let's review that. You can take a screenshot of these if you want. These are all the bets that I had already previously given out. And then here are the new bets, just 1 lean and 1 bonus bet. So if you want to get in the running for the cash prize giveaway today, you can't choose the lean on Bucky Irving because it's easier to hit. You can choose the bonus bet if you want, or you can choose 2 of the best bets. Just let me know 2 bets that you think are going to hit. And if they do, you'll be in the running for that cash prize giveaway that we will do. Last time I did it on the Thursday video, I did all the cash prize giveaways for the week. But what I want to do instead is probably give one out on the video I put out tomorrow, which will be all of the spreads, totals, and money lines for week 3. So I'll try and do the giveaway on that video instead. I think that's going to be better for us. Anyway, let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Please like and subscribe. My picks will always be free to you, so I really appreciate the free little things that you can do for me. Thank you.